Today we're going to talk about, I don't know, everyone's favorite washi tape. So first of all, thanks for being here and let's get right to it. So this mess on my desk is some washi tape, clearly not all of it, but this is what we're going to talk about today. So I brought a bunch of different ones here. Now, washi tape is everything from this super thick size to a more medium thick size, so like this or this, to what I would consider what they maybe would think is a regular size to some super thin size. So you can get it all over the place size-wise. And these are just some of my collections. Now, a word of warning, my office is super hot. Some of these are quite old, and when it gets hot in here, I find that the washi tape sticks to itself and I can't find the ends and it doesn't stick anymore. So my number one piece of advice for washi tape is to keep it in a coolish spot, not in direct sunlight, not in a really hot area, to preserve it. So I have a bunch that I really love here, clearly, for different reasons, colors, or some of them I bought together so they were themed color-wise. But today we're going to talk about, okay, what do you do with all this washi tape? Because I know I've been in the same boat. So the first thing I'm going to start, I have these little photos that I had from a vacation. And the first thing I'm going to say is washi tape is great for vacation photos. Now you could use any kind of washi tape you want here. It doesn't have to match. It shouldn't maybe match. No matchy-matchy, right? Although, let's see. Let's do this one this way. So it's kind of fun to have it be random. I'm on camera, you guys. And sometimes that's the hardest thing, right? Hang on. I'm trying to keep my iPad open so I can see your comments. Okay, so the number one thing you can do is use washi tape to put photos in your journal. Sorry. Now, washi tape, sometimes some of it is not real sticky. It happens. And you can, if you have washi tape like that, you can use glue stick or regular glue on it to keep it if you want it more permanent. So this is the way you can make, now clearly you could do smaller pieces. You don't have to do them as long. But I think it's just an artful way to add to your page. Now then, if this were a vacation, you could write in your journal where you went and why you did it. Another way to use washi tape is to make something called a tip-in. So say you have a card you wanted to write on the back, or you just like the artwork. This is an old card I had made up that was just bold painting. And you can do something called the tip-in. Now I would pick something a little thicker for that, for this particular use. So maybe this one, something like this. So I would just rip off some pieces. I would put it halfway over the, now you don't want it to go beyond the edge of the card. So I would put it halfway and I would have made it long enough, but then you can butt it right up against the edge here, flip it over, and voila, you've added to the page. Now you can do both sides. This happens sometimes. Don't get upset. this is what happens in your hot office. It sticks to itself pretty good. So then you got to pull it off. Now, I don't let that stop me. Hi, She. Hi, Donna. And I take the washi tape and I go on the other side. Now, if I weren't on camera, I would do the whole card. But now you have a tip in. So now you've made an extended part of your journal. And that's what they use these for. So again, this could be a card that you wanted to just add some writing to your journal, or it just could be artwork that you like, or you just want to extend the page. So that's the second way I like to use washi tape. Again, if your washi tape isn't too sticky, you can always use glue stick on it, or glue, or whatever you like. So this is the second way. So this is the first way with adding photos to your page. This is the second way to add what they call a tip-in to your page. Then I have these are zines that I made. I'm sorry, I lost my mind. The other thing you can do is just add it as a decor piece. So I'm going to look for a piece that kind of goes with what I've got going on here. So it could just be some accent to whatever you have going on your page. We've used that. Let's find something different. So this has a little bit of writing on it. So you could just add it as a piece of decoration. Then, say you wanted to write something and you wanted it to be straight for some reason, or you were writing a quote and you wanted it to look a certain way. You could lay this down temporarily to make a line for yourself. Now I would use a couple pieces, here. So maybe you do now clearly this is going to pull up. So you could do it if you wanted to write like that, or you could leave it also. So that's another way to use it. Now, another thing about washi tape, so you've seen all this. So some of my favorite comes from Tim Holtz or Ranger. Now, these look like Any Day USA. Everybody's got these, right? So sometimes you want things to be a little different. So over the winter, I was making gift boxes or gift packages for my friends or family, and I made my own washi tape. So this is what this is. So all I did was I took some artwork that I had made, and I took my, and you could honestly use this with anything. I took my cutter here, and I'm just going to show you. All I did was cut strips. So I decided how wide I wanted the washi to be, and I cut my strips. So you could make your own washi tape. Now you could put double-sided sticky tape on it, or just use a glue stick like this. Yeah, when it isn't sticky enough, Donna, that's when I use something like glue stick on it. Sometimes you just have to. I don't know why some of it, and I tend to think it's the lesser expensive ones that you buy, sometimes aren't as sticky. Or again, it's affected by temperature and humidity. Or it's just got crummy stickum on it. So again, you just have to be prepared to do something like use extra glue on it. So you can easily do what I did here and make your own washi tape. Now this is a pre-printed paper, but you can make your own papers like I did here. And then you can tape them together at the ends if you need it to be longer, but usually we're just looking for small pieces. So here you go. So you could almost make a whole, oh, I hate to lift this because it's going to rip it. Actually, I'm going to stick that right in my journal because I like that. So you could almost make a whole page with your own washi tapes. So these were, so all I did was I taped it to the roll, the toilet paper roll, the empty toilet paper roll, clearly, and taped it, and then that was a gift. Now let's see if I can get this one to come up because I want to use this one. It's a great way to use wrapping paper, pieces of wrapping paper also. So to me, part of what I love about journaling is making my own things and making it all my own. So this is why I would do something like this, because whatever I'm making, it could be part of making it all about my, oh, this is what I was looking for, all about making it mine, as in it's my decor. So this is a piece of that washi tape. Actually, let's use this and let's see if we can use the washi tape I made here to make some additions to this very plain zine here. So I just put a little glue stick on it. And this would get me started on decorating a, so this one has two-sided. I have to decide which one I like better. I think I'm going to use this side. Let's do it this way. So these can all just be things that get you started on making a page. They give you ideas for color. I mean, maybe you'd paint over them eventually, or maybe you wouldn't. I love this piece. This is one of my favorites. So maybe I'll put this piece of orange on there too somewhere because there's a little orange there. So maybe you put more than one piece. And that would just be the beginning of a page. Right there like that. So now I'm going to try to read everybody's comments. So here's what happens. I have the hardest time reading the comments off of the the phone camera there. But I don't always find the live for some reason. Well, today is one of those days. It's not showing up. So I'm going to try to read what I can here without ruining. Hi, Gold. Gold DIY Designs. Nice to see you. Yes, it is a really great use for toilet paper or even paper towel tubes. And I loved this, actually. So these were all papers I made myself, and I just cut them myself. So again, the 4 different ways that I've used washi tape, let's go here. I use it as a way to secure photos, maybe from a trip or something important in my life that I wanted to add to my journal. Then you can write about it here. And it just adds a pretty little decor piece and some color. This one is a tip-in. So it's when you have a card or a piece of paper, you want to make your page a little bit wider for some reason. Maybe you want to add more to it, or it's just something you really like that went with your page. And you would use a wider piece of washi tape and fold it in half, and I secure it from the inside also just to make sure it really stays. So it's called a tip-in. You can use it for writing or to continue your page and make it longer, wider, whatever. The beauty to this is I like these extra things that like pockets and tip-ins that are added to my journal, because when my journal gets bulky, I love it even more. And this idea is to just use it as a way to get started on something in your journal. And then we also used it as a way to write in our journals. And I don't know what I did with that journal page. Oh, did I do it in here? I might have done it in here. Oh, the other one. It is here. So you can use it as a line, as a guide to write something in your journal. So those are my 4 ways. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ways to use washi tape, and then my idea for making your own washi tape. And the value to that is it's all about you. It's then things that you made or embellished or made better. And you certainly could take, these are those decorator papers that you can buy in pads. You certainly could make marks over top of this or add paint or whatever you wanted to do, and glue it in and make it more like washi tape. And more like washi tape, you could rip it so it sort of has the ripped edge if you wanted to make it even look more like washi tape. So these are my ideas. That's all I've got for today. Any questions? Anything? I'm having a hard time reading my comments, and I'm so sad that YouTube does not, does not keep those comments, because I can't ever find them afterwards. They just disappear. So I don't know what anybody's ever said. So, oh, here we go. Let's see. Hi, Estella. Thank you, Gold DIY. And thank you, Donna. Oh, thank you, Jessica. Nice to see you all on. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. So, Jessica said, this sings to my soul. I love this kind of stuff, right? I love making stuff, even if it looks crappy. I don't really care. I just love the idea that it's homemade and something that came from me. So Estelle said, I've noticed that after the stream, your video becomes private. That's maybe why the comments disappear. So Estelle, I have tried to rectify that. I saved this to public, and there's nothing that I can do about it. It doesn't seem to take that. I have it set to public and it would save as public. So I don't know, but all the comments disappear and it's so frustrating. But I try to look at them all here. If you guys have questions that you want answered after the video goes up, you can always comment in there and I will promise to answer them. I usually answer all of my questions. So feel free to leave a comment then. But I don't know if there's a setting I need to find or to keep it public. Like I set it as public now so people can find it, but then it just goes right to private afterwards, which makes no sense to me. So, okay. Well, thank you for your idea, Estella, because it was a good one. And thank you everybody for showing up and being here. I hope you enjoyed this. Washi tape is some of my favorite stuff to play with, tape to play with, whatever. And I love making my own. I think this is a great thing to do. Donna had a great idea. You could use wrapping paper for this. That is another great idea. And I just taped the end to the toilet paper roll and wrapped it around. And then if I don't want it to unwind, I just put a little piece of tape under here. So that's simple. So these are a bunch of different sizes. You can make super thin, super thick, whatever you need. And these are all just fun things to add to your journal to make you feel more creative, be more inspired. That's how I feel about that. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you tomorrow.